don't you sound absolutely incredible? Trust me, it gets better. The next chord is even more awesome than that one. Okay, so you ready to learn that one? Right, here we go. Chord number 2. And don't worry if you think I'm going a little fast. We have plenty of time to go over this and practice, and you'll have charts that you'll be able to use to keep practicing and learning these chords. Okay, so chord number 2. First of all, your right hand. And we're going to play this key here, which is the white key just after the group of just after the first of the group of 3 black keys. Okay, finger number 1 goes on there. Finger number 2 goes on this white key just after the third of the group of 3 black keys. Finger number 3 goes on this white key just before the first of the 2 black keys. And finger number 5 goes on this key here just after the second of the 2 black keys. Now in the left hand, finger number 5 goes on this finger here, which is just before the last of the 3 black keys, and finger number 1 goes on this key here just after the group of 2 black keys. Okay, so there we've got our fingers positioned, and after 3 I want to hear you play all those notes. Remember, keep your wrist firm, your fingers firm, and play from your elbows. Okay, after 3, 3, 2, 1, and play. That chord just caves me in. That is such a beautiful chord. Okay, do you want to play it again?
Play it again!
Well, even if you don't, Sam does. Yes, Sam, we'll play it again. I know, it's a beautiful chord. Yes.
Oh yeah!
Yeah. Okay, so after 3, hopefully you've got your fingers there. If not, just rewind a little bit and see where you need to place your fingers again. Okay, so here we go, this time on your own. 3, 2, 1. Ah, awesome. That is an incredible chord, and you sound wonderful, I know you do. Okay, so the third chord, and just as awesome as the other 2. Here we go. This one's kind of easy because in the right hand we're going to play 4 white keys, all with 1 white key in between them. So it's really easy. So we start off down here. Finger number 1, the thumb, goes on this white key just before the group of 3 black keys. Miss 1 white key, and then finger number 2 goes on the next white key. Miss 1 white key, then you put finger number 3 on that key next to it, which is just before the group of 2 black keys. Miss 1 white key, and then finger number 5 goes on that one, which is just after the 2 black keys. In the left hand, finger number 5 goes on this white key just before the group of 3 black ones, and finger number 1 goes on this white key just before the group of 2 black ones. Okay, and the same again after 3, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I just love these chords, I really do. Okay, one more time on your own. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Ah, you got a treat in store. Wait till you get all these chords playing together. It just right, don't get too excited, Reese. Don't get too excited. Okay, for the final chord in today's session, and it's not by any means the session over yet, but for the final chord, let's start again with the right hand. Okay, finger number 1, the thumb, goes on this white key just after the first of the group of 3 black keys. Finger number 2 goes on the white key next to that one, which is just after the second of the group of 3 black keys. Finger number 3 goes on this white key after the third of the group of 3 black keys, and finger number 5 goes on this white key right between the 2 black keys. Okay, in the left hand, finger number 5 goes here on the key, the white key just after the first black key in the group of 3, and finger number 1 goes right in between the 2 black keys. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay, and once again on your own. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Well done. Now, you have just learned 4 absolutely beautiful chords, and when you start putting these chords together, you're going to sound out of this world, really. And here's where the real fun begins. Not only are you going to sound like a professional, but you're going to become a composer using the 4 chords that you've learned today. Now, so far you've learned to play these chords in a particular order, but I want you to be able to start mixing them up and just doing your own thing with them. These are your chords now. You can do with them whatever you like. So, experiment. Use one chord twice, use another chord 3 times. Just do whatever you like. The important thing is that you have fun. In case you're wondering what I'm talking about, let me just show you what kind of fun you can have. I'm going to take the same 4 chords, I'm going to mix them up, I'm going to play a couple of the chords twice, and just see how different it sounds from just playing in sequence that I showed you earlier. We'll start with chord 2, then chord 4, and chord 1, and chord 2, chord 3, chord 4, and chord 2. I'll play it one more time, piano only. Isn't that lovely? And you could do the same thing. Well, actually, I don't want you to do the same thing. I want you to compose your own original arrangement of chords. Okay, that's the whole point in the exercise. So be creative, do your own thing, have fun. Now in the next session, it gets even more exciting because I'm going to show you some other things that you can do with these chords to make them more interesting and fun than they already are. And I'll also be teaching you some new stuff. Before we recap on what we've done, we're going to go to the head of knowledge. Yes, we are. We're going to the head of knowledge. That's a bit of a rubbish name for you, really, isn't it? We're going to have to come up with something better than the head of knowledge. Any suggestions? Please let me know. I'd like you to meet the head of knowledge. Hello there, head. How are you?
I'm feeling a little lonely.
Yes, I should imagine it is a little lonely there. But at least you're keeping cool with that big fan behind you. So, what are you going to tell us today?
The history of the piano.
Ah, the history of the piano. Okay, fire away, we're all ears.
The piano, or to use its full name, the pianoforte, is thought to have been invented in 1709 in Italy by Bartolomeo Cristofori. The name pianoforte is made up from 2 Italian words, piano meaning soft and forte meaning loud. This is because the pianoforte is able to produce both soft or quiet notes and loud notes, unlike the harpsichord which preceded it, which could only produce one volume regardless of how hard the keys were struck. The piano eventually replaced the harpsichord as the main keyboard instrument. Over the years, the number of keys on a piano has grown from 49 to 88. Some outstanding piano players include Beethoven, Chopin, Rachmaninoff, Herbie Hancock, Chick Corea, and Lang Lang. The piano is undoubtedly a groovy instrument.
Thank you, head of knowledge. I think even I've learned something new today. Okay, so let's recap on what we've learned this session. We've learned that a full-size keyboard has 88 keys, but we can get away with learning the piano with just 49 keys. 60 would be preferable. We've also learned that each key on the piano plays a different sound that we call a note. We've also learned that if we play 2 or more notes together, we have a chord. And we've also learned to play 4 different chords. So let's remind ourselves what the chords sound and look like. Chord 1 sounds and looks like this. Chord 2 sounds and looks like this. Chord 3 sounds and looks like this. And chord 4 sounds and looks like this. You'll find printable diagrams of all these chords in your Keyplay goodie bag for you to practice with. Now I hope that you're starting to believe, as I do, that you're capable of making wonderful music on the piano and that you will make a very fine pianist. All it takes is practice, practice, practice. That's right, Sam. Practice, practice, practice. Here is where you learn how to do it. But the actually learning to do it is done at home, on the piano, just you and the keyboard, doing it, doing it, doing it, and doing it. And so from Sam, catch you next time. Yes, from Ardbeg,
Oh, goodbye.
and from the Head of Knowledge,
Goodbye.
and from me, Reese, also goodbye. I hope you have lots of fun making lovely music. So until next time, so long.